Hi, folks. Welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis and my wife, Rivkah. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Well, a lot of things going on, and we're going to cover some of the latest breaking stuff because just moments ago, more things came breaking news. And we'll get going with that here in just a minute. And then after that, we'll probably start in with some of the you folks in the chat. So first of all, thank you all for joining us. And got people from Alabama and Missouri and Ohio and all kinds of places chiming in, and we want to welcome you. We ask that everyone be civil in the chat
and respectful.
Yes, let's behave.
Of each other, at least.
Let's not be like all the lefties on the... I know that's a horrible thing for me to say, but let's not be like all the children on the internet. Let's be respectful. But I wanted to go ahead. Do you have anything you needed to say right off the bat?
Oh, no, you're good.
All right.
Go right on ahead.
All right. So let's get into this. I want to try to bring everyone up to speed on what's been going on. And I'll admit I don't have all the information, but we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to screen share here in just a second to show you what's kind of going on. Thank you for all those of you that are joining. We'll get to your comments and questions here after a little bit. So... because there is some breaking news going on. As you all know, yesterday...
They're already talking about it.
Yeah, they're already talking about it. Yesterday, apparently we shot down a cylindrical object that was metallic and unmanned and floating in space, floating in air over Alaska, right? You all know about that one. Well, it's happened again. We shot one down today. But this time it was in Canada. I'm going to go ahead and screen share because I've got stuff over here saved and it's a little easier. So we're going to scroll back because there's more. There's more, but wait, there's more.
Say shalom to everybody.
Shalom to everybody.
A lot of people are saying.
All right, shalom. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. I'm looking at a different screen. She's focused on chat. So, okay, here we go. New York Times. This was earlier today. We shot down a object, another one of these. It looks to be another one of these cylindrical objects over Canada. Apparently, if I can find it here. Yes, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau ordered down an unidentified object over Yukon, and a United States, that's correct, a United States F-22 was the one that shot it down. So this is another object that apparently, from what little has come through, sounds to be a similar object that was shot down yesterday. All right, so that's... Yes.
Weapons junkies going to get to that. See?
Huh?
Right here.
Yes. So hold on. I'm trying to bring everyone up to date. Moments ago, like less than 30 minutes ago, a notice to air traffic, which is a NOTAM, which is what the FAA issues. They shut down airspace over, if you guys are watching, Havre, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, Montana. There's no, it's been identified as National Defense Airspace. You can see in these news alerts, here's a map here of it. See if it'll bring it up. There we go. Internet's running slow for whatever reason. At the same time, or just moments before this was issued, F-15 fighters were scrambled and left out of the airfield near Portland, along with apparently a refueling tanker left and headed in that direction is what the reporting is. So whatever's going on, and we might get into that a little bit because I know so many people were, it's the Chinese, it's the Russians, is the Russians paying the Chinese, is it aliens, is it Nephilim, I know my listeners pretty well, so I know we're probably all over the board on what's going on. Is this just a big distraction? Is that all this is? Is this a distraction to distract us from Hunter Biden's laptop and from the Pfizer Veritas videos? And because I've seen all of this all over the board. I got the answer. I figured it out. Nobody knows. At least none of us know. So I know we're laughing, and we probably shouldn't be because this is serious. To my recollection, at least in my lifetime, we were talking about this day, at least in our lifetime, and I think going back to probably the World War II era, the first time that American fighter planes has shot down anything over American airspace. If I am wrong, please correct me. If you're aware of us shooting something down in more recent times, and maybe it has happened, but it probably would have been small.
Not including Hawaii, right?
Right. Well, Hawaii, that was Pearl Harbor, and technically it wasn't the United States then. It was a territory. But this is serious. We have now, we've downed a balloon, so apparently. And I'm just reporting on what the official statement is. I know some of you are, well, we don't know that. We don't know that. I know. We don't know that. We've downed a balloon that was supposed to be spying on us. We've downed a cylindrical object that, by description that they gave, that the government gave, sounds just like those things that people are saying are alien ships flying around and having pictures. Apparently, we shot down a second one today in Canada. There were reports, again, just like yesterday, that there were multiple ones. The reports came out that there were multiple ones, but one was shot down apparently. And then now they have shut down the airspace over northern Montana, claiming that it's a national defense. And there have been jets scrambled in Oregon, headed towards Montana.
That's the latest.
That's the latest.
Since we started.
Right, without sitting here while I'm speaking and continually refreshing in the news, because who knows, the way this is going, something could have broken the last couple of minutes and I missed it. But this is the latest breaking news that I'm aware of, folks. I don't want to dramatize this. I don't want to hype everyone up. I don't want everyone to be terrified or anything like that. But I think this is pretty serious. I think it's serious because whatever's going on, something's going on, right? Something's going on. If it is a distraction, there must be something really big happening that they're trying to distract us from. If this is China or Russia, this is like an invasion. I mean, we're shooting objects out of our airspace coming from a foreign adversary. So that's kind of an invasion. If it's, them trying to spin that there's aliens, there's been so much in the news, and I don't want to get deep into that. It's controversial. I made a video over on my Patreon Friday afternoon about it. It's controversial, especially in our circles, because there's so much differences in beliefs, and that's fine. It's fine. I just don't want to get everyone fighting over what they believe, whether they think it's really extraterrestrials or it's Nephilim or it's Project Bluebeam. It could be all of that, could be none of that. The fact is that if that's the case, who knows? There has been a lot of rumors. At least I have seen them, and people have contacted me because we talked about before the cylindrical one that they shot down over Alaska the night before. We were talking about this, and I told her, I said, I've been getting a lot of emails and stuff from people asking, hey, have you heard anything about this alien disclosure that everyone's talking about, that they're planning to disclose aliens in the next few weeks? And then the very next day, they shoot down a Tic Tac, basically, the size of a car that was hovering.
Which is awfully strange.
Right, it is. And here's the thing. A week ago today, they shot down the balloon, and it took them several days to even admit that it came out in Bloomberg that their plan was to hide that from us, that they were hoping they could hide that from us. And then a reporter in Montana leaked it. They took pictures, and so they had to go public. And then they waited to shoot the thing down, right?
Yeah.
And then yesterday, as soon as it entered our airspace, we shoot the thing down, apparently. I'm going by the official narrative. Mm-hmm. And they
45 minutes.
Right, because if you watch, I think it's the White House when he says it was like 45 minutes to an hour ago or something like that. So they're the ones. They went public with it. And then they go in with this detail of like it's a cylindrical shape object, mm-hmm. It's metallic, it was unmanned, it hovered, it didn't seem to have any type of propulsion, all of these types of things. Well, it had to have some kind of propulsion because from what I've been reading and stuff, apparently the winds at that altitude in that area were supposed to be between 100 and 125 miles an hour. So for something to just be hovering in 125-mile-an-hour wind, it has to have something to keep it from hovering, right?
Right. And then the pilot said they didn't see any way, like, how it was working.
Right. And then that brings to another thing. I saw someone, I've never was in the Air Force. I don't know that, but I know enough that I think this is correct. He said if you look at the when we shot the balloon down, if you look at that video correctly, that what we shot was a infrared missile, and that it did not appear to actually detonate because there was no big explosion. There was no fireball. It looks like it just shot through the thing. Because it probably didn't have enough of a heat signature. Whereas this thing, according to the reports, they pretty much blew it out of the sky, which means it did have a heat signature. There's all this kind of stuff going on. Someone says demons. Very well likely.
And Caesar Rivera here.
Or it could be that they're just holograms. It could be that they're just making this up because there's no videos of it. They could just be making this up to scare people, to distract people, to have an excuse to go to war. Before we kind of get any further, I just want to make this clear on my opinion, not of this particular incident, but everything that we talk about on this channel all the time. My personal opinion is these people that rule the world, or at least they think they're doing, their end game is to just cause a lot of chaos and confusion. I mean, that's a communist Marxist ideal, is to just create lots of confusion. And so
order from chaos.
Yes,
right?
Yes. And so, and I'm sure that I'm sure something like these things they're shooting out of the sky, I'm sure that there are other motives for them. But in the end, it's to create confusion. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts? I've done a lot of blabbing. I'm sure people are going to complain. You need to shut up and let your wife talk.
We should do a rumble on my opinions.
Yeah, that's
I get
true.
I'm too friendly, right? I get too. I don't know. I don't know how to watch my language like you.
What are you? She's making it sound like she says bad words.
No. Oh no! I just mean. That
she's not talking about curse words. She's talking about saying all the things
skirting around
that YouTube doesn't
issues.
Want you to say.
I don't know how to do that as well.
These people are like, what?
What is she talking about?
She has a foul mouth?
No. It's I just don't know how to word things.
Well, the sad thing is we could get on here and say every explicitive cuss word known to man over and over again.
I could say those
and
things.
YouTube would be okay with that. But if we talk about the things that are kind of really going on,
or if you got undressed or did those things.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of really bad things that are allowed, but heaven forbid we talk about what's really going on.
So Janine, Shepherd here. Mm-hmm. This is my overall arching opinion. Also.
Yes, I see that Moose Run Coffee's in the house too.
Hi.
Moose Run Coffee. They're
and Moose Run said the same thing.
Create
the problem and then offer the solution.
MooseRunCoffee.com. They are some really good local people that make amazing coffee. So if you're looking for organic, small batch, family-owned, business-made coffee, MooseRunCoffee.com. They're really good people. So thank you for joining us.
So somebody asked where the news came. That one that's about to disappear on the top. I can't. You want to scroll it down?
The news for Oregon. Well, it's all over Twitter.
But I have FlightRadar24.com.
Yeah, Flight Radar is saying this.
And they're right now, 10 minutes ago, it says that the Air Force was refueling a tanker currently flying over Montana.
I can pull up. This is the actual. Give me a second here. Is it gonna? Let me see if it's gonna work. There we go. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Well, I don't want to have to go through and type this thing here. This is a screenshot of it. If you don't believe this, then I don't know what to tell you. There we go. It's slow. The computer's working slow. So this is the actual. What in the world? It does not want me to bring it up.
And it's a .gov.
Here we go. So this is the actual FAA alert. The Federal Aviation Administration classifies the airspace defined in this NOTAM as international defense space. Pilots who do not adhere to the following protocol may be intercepted. There's the Havre, Montana, temporary flight restrictions. So there it is. And there are several news sources. And again, this just broke moments before we got on here. So I'm sure if you did some searching around online, because
sorry, real quick, you've got some viewers here from Montana telling you
okay
that they can confirm tanker flying over Fort Benton, and then there were a couple more before.
Okay, here's what some of you have. I mean, this is just how it is, folks, when it comes to news. This is why the mainstream media hates small news sources. See, like these, a lot of these that I follow, is because they're reporting it instantly or pretty close. Whereas if you're waiting for CNN and Fox News, there's times that it's hours, maybe even the next day before they report it. So can I find a source like that right now if someone's wanting that? I don't know, maybe. I'm not really worried about it.
He just cleared up, and he said thank you.
Okay.
He was just asking because a lot of the people have not even heard about any
Right.
of this.
Yes.
And so they're wondering where's the information so he can go look.
To put it in perspective, we started this live stream 17 minutes ago, and about 10 minutes before we start, so 27 minutes ago, I saw the alert. I was sitting here preparing to start the live stream, and I was scrolling through because we was going to talk about the one that was shot down in Canada. And then here we go. 27 minutes ago, are you guys watching my screen? There's one 27 minutes ago. They posted it. 24 minutes ago it was posted. So this is stuff that's happened. And my wife right now is looking up flight radar.
There's no call sign.
Yeah, I can probably, if you guys will just bear with me, I know it's super not professional. Not like some of these YouTube channels that do this live news reporting all the time. I'm not really. Is that what it is? Is it FlightRadar?
FlightRadar24.com.
I don't have my account logged in here, but we should be able to pull it up. No, what did I do wrong? Oh, I typed it wrong.
Flight trader.
Woo. I'm good at this. You can talk. I'll do this.
Well, this one was 14 minutes ago, and then you have several people in here saying that they can.
Right.
That they can confirm. And somebody says Fox just reported.
Okay. So something is going on.
And then somebody says the local news to central Montana has not said a word. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. We're taking a while to get over there. You know that for those of you that watch MonkeyWorks, I know a lot of you do, that program that he uses, I got that, excuse me, I got that program. I haven't figured out yet how to use it though. I'm still playing around with it. I'm just, there it is. So this is the area. Let's see if we can pull up a plane and see what it is.
It's this one.
That's
just to the left of Brady.
Okay, so that one there is not it. Maybe it's this here.
That's
no call sign. So this is going to be.
That's the one I'm watching.
This is it. So this is your probably a tanker. Yeah, strato tanker. Yes. See, this is a KC-135. So there's a tanker. This is live right now, folks. So this is it came out of Oregon right here, and it's done a little loop-de-loop. You can see it. Now the fighter jets typically, especially if they're doing their thing, their transponder's gonna be off. Mm-hmm. So that's why, and I think that there are ways to find that, but again, I'm just using the free software, the free program here. But yeah, so there we go.
Somebody said, "What is up? Did I miss something?" You got some people just
all right. So for those of you that just tuned in, hold up. We shot down a cylindrical weird object yesterday over Alaska. You probably know that. This afternoon, us in Canada, we shot it down.
Oh no, what's going on with Bear? Have you heard about anything?
No, and then now we've got area shut off in Canada, in northern Montana. Someone's asking about Bear. I'm assuming Bear Independent.
Y'all, if he's fine, don't troll. Be nice. You got us worried.
I saw a video he put up yesterday, so I don't know if anything's happened to Bear Independent. I'm not aware of it. Anyways, I am sure that there's probably a lot of buzz going on about this.
Somebody's reporting F-22s in Indiana.
I got a text message from a personal friend that said that there was a lot of helicopter activity in his area. So...
Yeah, this is kind of our, like, Nana P here. She says, we went from letting balloons cross into the USA to now we're just shooting things down, like, immediately.
Right, that's the thing. Here we're shooting this stuff down.
It's completely sus.
This is crazy in the sense that something is up. This is not normal. It's not normal, folks. That this is happening. So, I mean, I hate to sit here and try to like armchair quarterback and figure it out because we don't know. There's all we know is the information that they gave us, which could be complete baloney. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be complete baloney. So it's really, I don't know. For me personally, I think it's kind of a waste of time to just sit here and try to figure out what are they doing with all this shooting stuff down? Because we don't even know if they have. It's possible they haven't. I mean, there's no proof that they shot anything
down. It
down.
Isn't like a journalist caught that.
Right.
There's
it's
no
not like the balloon where hundreds of people
footage,
had
right?
pictures of it. Yeah,
we haven't seen that.
Yeah, so we don't know. They may not have shot anything down. That doesn't lessen the severity of what's going on. The fact is something's happening. Here we are shooting down things that the government themselves describe as
the government of another country.
What sounds like
another country is like, yeah, we authorized this.
Yeah, well, yeah, Justin Trudeau authorized American F-15s to shoot it down. That was interesting. Let's see.
Today, right? Or was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Was that one today?
No, that was today.
Yeah.
So, we're shooting down things that look like, I guess, alien ships. If you guys remember, let's see, some of these videos that's come out in the last year or so because of the Navy pilots, and there was the hearings in the Senate, I believe. Some of those were supposed to be tic-tac shaped objects that they were following. So,
and they also said the same thing that some of these pilots said afterward. They were reported saying that it messed with their radars.
Yeah, it messed. Yeah, the pilots yesterday in Alaska reporting that they say it messed with their instruments and their plane, all this kind of stuff. So, again, without going too deep into all the speculation, obviously something's happening and it's heating up. Why would they go to all this trouble if this is nothing, right? Why would they allow a balloon to spy on us for a whole week and then go crazy over scrambling, airplanes and shooting things down over nothing? Something's up. We don't know what. But as prepared people, it doesn't really matter what exactly is up. We just get ourselves ready. We start putting things into order.
And then you have faith for everything that, like all your gaps, right?
Right.
We say that all the time. Do your best.
Yep. Let me see if I can bring it up. Maybe not. We'll try. Oh, nope. I'm typing while this is probably a horrible live stream because all you hear is me tippy-tappy on the keyboard. Yesterday or day, no, it wasn't yesterday. I don't remember. Last couple of days,
that was the other thing that making do.
Right, I made a video over my Patreon channel. If you guys are interested, this is the Patreon channel. I have really been trying to put a lot more effort into this. I have 2 levels. The $1 one, I do a news brief. It's not a video. I just post news stuff about every other day or so. Sometimes every day if there's just a lot of stuff going on. And then I share videos, and then I do other videos for just the $3 level. But anyways, the point is I did a video talking about there are certain things that kind of trigger our preparedness, right? If you're waiting for a nuclear bomb to destroy St. Louis before you enact your plan, waited too long. There should be lots of things that happen before then that makes you, kick into gear and say, okay, we're going to do stuff. We're going to make sure the fuel's topped off. We're going to make sure the water containers are topped off. We're going to get, our bug out bags or any gear or anything like that. Make sure ammunition magazines are topped off with ammo, all that kind of stuff. There's things that people should be doing. Make sure that you're maybe not keeping a lot of money in the bank, going to the store and buying, topping off on food. So these are things that probably you should be thinking about. It may be nothing. Someone says false flag on Super Bowl. Stupid Bowl. Yeah, normally you wouldn't be able to pay me to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, on any given year, you couldn't pay me to go to the Super Bowl. But I can promise you, there's not enough money on this planet to pay me to go to the Super Bowl this year. Anyways, airspace is closed over Montana. We just talked about that just a minute ago. I'll go back over here to the flight radar. This is it. We have a tanker here, and then what's this guy here? So this is that Virginia, which he's flying pretty close, but I guess he's just outside the area. But anyways, so we still have this tanker here flying in circles over the area so that he can refuel any fighter jets that are in the area, which are not going to pop up on this because I don't have access to the fighter jets that turn off they're not on here, right? So it's not going to show any fighter jets, but there are probably some F-15s circling around this area because the report is that when this Stratotanker, this KC-135 left Oregon here, Spokane, Washington, that there were also some F-15s that left. So he's not up there alone flying around. There are some fighter jets most likely up there with him. When this kind of stuff happens, we have to take it serious. There's definitely something going on. And we I don't want to get on here and speculate. And I know a lot of you here's the thing, we talked about this alien thing today. Like, no one's really talking about that. Everyone's, saying, well, it could be Chinese, it could be. But we've talked about this for a long time, that that would be just perfect for them to, disclose that all of a sudden there's aliens, and it would kind of fit within, it definitely would fit within the Bible, bringing peace to the world and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it is, because we think aliens are, Nephilim, demons, that kind of thing. And I know that some of you think that they're real extraterrestrials, and that's fine. You can believe that if you want. I don't think any different of you. It's what makes the world go round. Yeah, so F-15s have reportedly been scrambled out of McCord Field. What?
Nana P said.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I was trying to say just a little bit ago. The same kind of thing. It goes within the same kind of vein. Like, right. There have been so many of these reported before, and they were not shot out of the sky then. So why now? It's highly suspicious. That's what she's saying. I mean.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, why?
Right.
Just why?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And why are you willingly telling us about it? It's like, do you remember when the thing happened, before it happened, when the virus came over? And remember, I was so freaked out because they weren't talking about the thingy.
Yeah, the thing in the arm.
The staff.
Yeah, and then, of course, you find out that there was patents on it months and stuff before.
But it's highly suspicious, right? When they do something
aliens will be demonic
different.
And Satan. That's what we believe. That's what we think. Yep. And but there's also the chance, and they may use it in conjunction with that of Blue Beam, where it's holograms and stuff.
I think that there'll be. This is just my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with me or no?
Never.
I don't know.
I never do.
That will be part of the of a very big deception in which we will unite as a like in unity against a common enemy. Mm-hmm. It's just my bracelets. Sorry. Oh. Is it too much noise?
It looks like your rosary beads that we don't have.
No.
Speaking of that.
It's a bracelet.
Speaking of that, let's talk about something else just real quick here. Got to change it up for a little bit. FBI has found a gateway to declare Christians as criminals, federal whistleblower says. So I talked about this just the other day. FBI is issued a report, and they're talking about radical traditional Catholics and their ideology. Now, we're not Catholic. So that doesn't affect us. We're not Catholic. Right. What's the saying? I watched them carry the disabled away. I watched them carry all these different people, the Jews away, and then there was no one there left to protect me. So basically, this is what we've all been saying is eventually going to happen. They're going to shift from going after patriots, traditional, radical, extreme patriotic people, to radical, traditional Catholics or Christians. And so I just wanted to give you a heads up that that's now on their radar too also. I mean, it has been. It's just become a little bit more public. So much stuff, folks.
If you want an email to learn more about that, Gunai, I think it's Gunai. Yeah, he's gonna write the email down here.
Yeah, and I'm still backed up on emails. We're still doing.
But just put location or whatever.
Yeah, we're still
in the title or subject.
Oops. I'm still backed up, but we're still working through emails, so don't know what to tell you, folks.
We're trying. I mean he tries.
You know, when I get, and
I used to help you some, but I haven't been helping him, so he's all alone. And
I know.
I'm sorry, but it is.
I mean,
it takes time.
Average is 200 to 300 emails a day, but just because I think of things going on and stuff I've talked about, it's caused a massive increase of emails, so it's nothing to get well over 500 emails a day. And if you just do the math, a person can't read and respond to 500 emails a day. They can't. So, yes, I'm behind all the time on emails. But I do my best. Basically, for all this stuff that's going on, the Montana airspace being closed, a second Tic Tac being shot down after the first one was shot down yesterday, but there's still reports of more of them. Yeah, we need to be serious, folks. I'm not saying go get in your bunkers. I'm not saying, mortgage your house and quit paying your bills so that you can, finalize on stocking up on other things. But you need to be serious. It's very possible that we're at a point that just anything could cause stuff to kind of tip over. Anything. We just don't know what's really what their end game is. We just don't know. And where are they going to try to blame this on China and cause conflict between us and China, us and Russia? Are they going to say it's aliens? Are they going to say it's just, I don't know. I mean, I just don't know. I mean, it could be our own government putting these things up or saying that they shot things down just to test and judge our reaction to it.
Or to distract, like some people have said.
Or, this stuff could be sent over by China to distract us.
I mean, it could be any number of things, really.
Yes. And so instead of spending all of our time, which I feel ends up being a waste, I mean, at some point, you start wasting your time trying to brainstorm to figure out what's going on when you're not actually actively doing stuff to get ready for whatever is going on. So I would just encourage people to just be getting yourself ready more and more. Ammo, water, food, fuel, train, practice, connect with the people. Maybe there's people that you've had in your mind that, we would work together. You've just not actively been doing that. Maybe you should be contacting them, having them over for dinner, talking to them. Maybe it's your neighbor or your friend, your brother, or some guy at work or whatever, that you kind of in the back of your mind, like, yeah, when things hit the fan, we'll work together. Well, maybe you should just go ahead and have them over for dinner or something and start talking about this kind of stuff. Because it's looking like that something serious is happening. I mean, is this distraction from stuff going on in Ukraine and Russia? Is this, is Iran? And that's the other thing. So let's just say, because I was thinking about this today, so let's just say that this is, regardless of it's real or distraction, but it's something our government is using to distract us. Well, what if some other nation, like, say, Iran, took advantage of this and, like, hey, the Americans are all distracted, let's drop a big old bomb on Jerusalem, That could happen. Or North Korea on South Korea, that kind of stuff. So we have to remember that this magnitude of stuff happening, I can't imagine it being done because of no reason. Someone asked if I saw what was going on in Brazil. Yes, the new Brazilian president has said that if you don't get the pokey poke, you don't get any government aid or assistance or anything. So, not too surprising. Let's see. Now, do we have any questions? Anything that you guys just, because there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Someone says an EMP. Very possible. Very, very possible an EMP. Very possible. Well, I'm a broken record because I'm trying to get people to wake up and get ready. I mean, no one makes anyone watch my channel, so it's a free country for a little while longer.
Well, yeah, and then don't forget the new variation of this thing.
Oh, yeah, so there's that, and then now
there's all kinds of stuff going on at the same time. And then the big event tomorrow that we all know is just a repeat of what happened last week.
I don't even know who's playing. I didn't even know until I saw this news. People start talking about the Super Bowl. I'm like, is the Super Bowl tomorrow?
I'm talking about the halftime.
Yeah, the halftime. I'm sure it's going to be some.
Of what happened this last week.
I'm sure it's going to be some big demonic, freak show, the halftime show. And then, of course, there's also this possibility that the bird flu is going to transition over to human, contagion. Who knows?
And there's news about how dangerous birds, like keeping your own bird.
Oh,
I saw this yesterday, and I was
stop.
Well, yeah, if you don't use common sense, all of the things that they said could be true. But it's like, I don't know, like fear mongering. If you have livestock of any kind, bird, sheep,
they don't want you to have it.
Yeah, it's going, like there's potential risk. You have to clean up after your animal, or you know, they poop. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
They poop.
Someone said that the gold and silver bill here in Missouri passed the Senate. That is true. We are working on a gold and silver bill here in Missouri to make that legal tender, and that you can pay your taxes or any fines or fees or any kind of business you have with the state government could be done through gold and silver, and it makes it legal tender. A bank could, a depository could show up here. So that passed the Senate, state Senate, so it's on to the House, which is good news. The higher an EMP goes off, the larger the damage. That is correct. So if it went off at around 200,000 feet, that's going to be pretty bad.
We know that the airspace over Montana is closed down. It's been that way for a little bit. Somebody said what exactly happened again? Okay. Do you want to do a recap?
Hey, Magic Prepper is in the house, man. Honored to have you here. Magic Prepper's in the house. Someone asked what has happened, so I'll do it again. I'll give you a quick rundown. So we shot down what appears to be one of them alien Tic Tac ships yesterday over Alaska, and then apparently we shot down another one this afternoon. Over northern Canada, Yukon. We did that under the request and order of Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada.
And he proudly came out and admitted
right.
that.
And then moments before we started this live stream, the FAA shut down the airspace over north central Montana due to a national emergency, and there were F-15s that left an airfield in Washington.
Refueling.
And a KC-135 Stratotanker refueling plane is circling overhead. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Joshua Ryan says Noah was a broken record, and look how it worked out for him and his family as opposed to the rest of the world. Keep up the good work. Thank you. God bless. Thank you, sir.
He was also a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the big meme, right? Like that you see. Yeah.
Thank you, Magic Prepper. Glad to see you here also. We're just talking about all the crazy stuff going on, man. We got balloons, and now we're shooting down cylindrical metal objects that hover in the sky. It's crazy. It's like we're watching a silly movie. So, and no one really knows what's going on. We don't really know.
If you need to talk to Travis about land or anything like serious or urgent, I say this, like put it all in
I'm no
all
real
caps.
estate agent.
No, but we have a friend.
Yeah.
That we might be able to connect you with.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think we just have to be on alert for anything that could happen. I mean, I don't know how anyone. I mean, I could probably get experts on here, and they couldn't tell you what's going to happen, right? It's a B-rated movie, Magic says. Absolutely. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what their plan is. We don't know what's going on. We don't even know if they actually shot anything down. Okay? The balloon one, there's video footage of that. I'm pretty confident that we shot something down there. But these other things, yesterday and today, there's no footage of it. It's in remote areas. We have no clue. We're just going by what they say. It's, are they trolling us by like, yeah, we shot something down this time. It looks like this metal tic-tac about the size of a car just floating around. I mean, I don't know. So instead of just, like I said, banging our head against the wall trying to figure out what's going on, it almost doesn't matter because we know something's going on. They wouldn't go through all this drama for no reason. Things are happening, whether it's distraction from, domestic policy problems, distraction from Russia, Ukraine, getting people or getting some kind of excuse to go against China. Who knows? There's all kinds of possibilities. Just testing our resolve, testing our reaction to this kind of stuff. The point is that obviously something is happening. Like, when's the last time you saw American jets shooting down 3 different objects within a week time, domestically? I mean, I'm going to include the Canadian one domestically, okay, even though it technically wasn't. Now we've shut down airspace over north central Montana. So
what was the thing I said earlier? I think it was one time in the last 30 years or 50 years,
something like that.
And 3 in the last
that we've
few
shot
days.
Something down.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But
over our airspace.
A couple of people have reported that Montana airspace is back open.
Back open? All right.
And then they want you to do a hillbilly accent.
Hillbilly accent. Boy, I don't know about that.
Sometimes with our children.
Well.
Because he calls himself a hillbilly.
Yeah, I'm a hillbilly. I mean, I was born in the Smoky Mountain region of Tennessee, and I live in the Ozark Mountains of Missouri, so you don't get much more hillbilly than that, right? But yeah, I guess it looks like whatever was going on over...
it's leaving.
It does look like I'm looking at the
home.
flight radar right now, the live of the flight radar. And so this is the tanker, and he does look like he's going back to Spokane, which is where he left, out of that area in Washington. So whatever was going on, we've got a plane here flying real close to. He's flying in that area that was restricted. Whatever this swoop, what a name for an airline. But anyways, it's Puerto Rican. It looks like
somebody
maybe.
Says that there was a brief video of the Alaskan object taken by a fisherman.
Oh, was there?
That was posted to Snapchat before being pulled down.
Okay.
So,
I don't do Snap. I wouldn't even know how to work a Snapchat.
I guess it's possible things could have made it and then been pulled.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's possible. It is possible. So there's a lot obviously happening, and yes, people talking about Magic Prepper. He's in the house.
Prepper.
It's the Magic Prepper.
It is him.
He did stop by and say hello, so it is the Magic Prepper. We just gotta. I know I'm repeating myself. We gotta have to take this seriously. We have to realize that, something's happening. Some things are really changing. Someone asked if I've heard of Arkhaven. I have heard of it. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I have heard of it. It's like where you can buy land, and everyone that lives there is kind of all prepper Christian kind of thing. But I don't know a whole lot of details about it.
Somebody says that Montana Mama, she says that we need a Montanan to pronounce all the city names.
I'm sorry. Spokane,
But it's no different here. There are a lot
Yeah.
of cities here that I didn't know when I moved
Right.
here, and you
Right.
had to teach me.
There's one about an hour from us called Lebanon, and then if you look at it, it's spelled Lebanon, like in the Middle East. Ain't no one around here calls it Lebanon. It's Lebanon.
Right. And in Texas, there's a Palestine.
Yeah.
It's not Palestine.
Yep.
And there's a road called Kirkendall, but it looks like Kuykendall.
Someone
K-U-Y.
says, look up New Mexico American airline, February 2021. Strange cylindrical object object observed by pilots flew over them. Yeah. So there has been all of these videos, and people immediately default. Thank you, Rural Internet Prepper. People immediately default to them being aliens, but we don't really know. It's very. I mean, would it be any surprise for you folks to learn that the government has some technology of stuff that they keep hidden from us? Of course it's not a surprise. So could this be our technology or another government's technology that has been hidden? Absolutely possible. Absolutely possible. We just don't know. We just don't know. So, again, what we do know is that stuff's happening. They wouldn't be going public with this kind of stuff and telling all the things that they're telling, if they weren't trying to cause chaos, confusion, distraction, if there wasn't a point to it, right? If the government wants to do stuff and not have any attention, they do it, and there's no attention. They have ways of shutting people up, of shutting things down. They're doing this for attention, whether it's real, fake, whatever. They're doing it for attention. And we need to be aware of that. What are they trying to gain attention for? Because something's going on. Oh, let's see. Just to let you know, folks, I have a touch of a headache tonight. So if I come across as not being myself, maybe that's it. I don't know. I get them every once in a while, and today's a day. Today's a headache day.
No fun.
No, it's
Somebody said it's Spokane.
Spokane.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Even though there's an N an E at the end, and that goes against the laws of English, which really bothers me. It's Spokane.
Spokane.
He says.
All right. End time production films. Yes, I've watched some of those things, those videos. Let's see.
South. That was a lot of things that came in there.
Yeah, but there was a bunch of chats all at once there. Bird flu, Central Missouri's here.
Oh, and then don't forget the incident in Ohio. That's what
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. We've got this. We've got
Palestine or Palestine, Ohio.
Yeah. We have the train that derailed and caught fire, and then they released all this gas, this harmful gas. But then
In a
don't worry.
controlled
Yeah,
release.
don't worry. It'll be okay. There's just so much stuff going on. It's just crazy, folks.
Yes, Matt. I'm from Houston.
She's one of them Texican people. Ugh.
And I only let him do that because I love Missouri. I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm from the Houston area.
Oh.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
East Palestine. Okay, so Palestine. So, yeah, that whole thing out there is really sad, and it's got me kind of worried. And, it happened at the same time as the balloon going over, remember? And it just kind of,
Someone asked what time I wake up and what time I go to bed. What do you mean? You assume that I sleep is what you're saying. I don't sleep a whole lot, much less than what's recommended. I'm usually up. I go to bed probably between 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up about 6 o'clock in the morning.
I agree
sometimes
with Fat
earlier.
Daddy's outdoor cooking here. That's just my opinion. You want to? We don't allow it in the house. TikTok.
Oh, the
Yeah.
app? No,
Yeah.
no, I don't do TikTok at all. Nope. I have lines that I draw, and that's one of them. I don't do that at all. And besides, most of the good stuff that's actually posted on TikTok, people posted on Twitter, which probably isn't that much better, but, if you want to watch it, you can watch it without being on TikTok.
The sun stuff. Like the whole top of the sun
oh my goodness, yeah,
exploding,
the whole the big old chunk of the sun,
It's
just
crazy.
like blew off at the top of the sun, and there has been
Thanks for the reminder.
there has been solar flares in the last 48 hours or so, just constant. But there was an X flare, a small X flare. So yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the sun, a lot of stuff. So it's been a crazy week or two. And it's probably going to keep getting that way. Just like I said, if you've been here since I started this video, this live stream, in the end, remember, the people that are controlling things, the men behind the curtain, their ultimate goal is just to cause chaos and confusion.
My daddy worked in Channelview.
Yeah, someone says an EMP would...
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So she said she was from Pasadena. She'll know what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
Tempered state is correct. An EMP would not be detonated at 40 or 69,000 feet, more like 140 to 160 miles. That's true. That is correct. If the height that the balloon was at, for that to have been an effective height for EMPs, they would have had to had at least a minimum a couple of dozen, maybe a dozen, but most of the reports are saying probably closer to 20, 24 of those balloons strategically placed over North America to knock us out if it was EMPs. They're just not high enough altitude. So
yeah, so somebody's saying, this is kind of obvious. I don't know. I'm sure you've talked about it. EMPs and CMEs, there's not going to be electricity. I mean, prepare for that. Like, prepare for there not being any.
It's totally possible.
We're not saying that will happen.
Was it the CDC or Homeland Security? CDC, I think it was a few years ago. They did a study, and they, if an EMP or CME took out the electric grid, what would happen? It would kill 90% of the American population in the first year. The first year, 90% of Americans would be gone. That's a government study. It's very possible. There's EMP committees and stuff that study this kind of thing. With all this stuff going on with the pole shift and the grand solar minimum and micronova possibly happening in the next several years. Yeah, that's always a possibility. It's just more stuff that we have. It's just the times that we live in, folks. I mean, if you believe, and I know that not everyone does, but if you believe in the end times and believe that we are living in and around, at least close to those end times, then you should probably read what those prophecies are and what kind of things are, prophesied that will happen. And they're catastrophic. Really, 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 really catastrophic. We may not see all of those, but
you've never seen before. And
right.
Think about the worst famines that we've learned about.
And I'm not even talking about what happens right up until the very end. I'm talking about the things that lead up to that are really, really bad. So, this is just, New York City had their nuke commercial. They're doing all this stuff over the last year, preparing people for a nuclear attack. It's crazy.
Do you remember the one, though, from the CDC years ago? Like maybe in 2008, getting ready for the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, there was CDC put
and then
out a
they
thing
came
on,
out like a year later, I think, maybe, and said it was a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke. But yeah, the CDC put out, stuff on what to do if there was a zombie apocalypse.
That's real. That actually was on the website. That's not a...
Yeah, it was. It was on the CDC website. Because I remember when I heard that, I'm like, I got to go check this out.
Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah. I had to go see it for myself, too.
It was real. Yep. And then there was... Oh, I was going to see if I can... Did I have it pulled up here already? No, I didn't. I was going to show you guys one other thing. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to switch screens real quick here because this is pulling up.
Somebody says we look relaxed.
Yeah, we are.
Pretty chill tonight. Yeah. We had a nice rest.
Yep.
Today.
So the head of, I guess he's the head of immigration control, whatever, Alejandro Mayorkas, yes.
Or Mayorkas.
Says that 1.17 million migrants got away. So, again, we're just going on their numbers, which are probably all, fudged numbers. Approximately 5 million came across the border last year. 1.17 million got away. There was a report the other day that they've seen something like a a 700% increase in the amount of Chinese immigrants coming across the border. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. I've seen some estimates, some, not government estimates, but some estimates say that the real numbers of people coming across the border are somewhere between 10 and 15 million last year. I have no idea. Why did I leave Tennessee?
Tell them why you left.
Okay, why I left.
I had to follow someone.
I had to follow my mother
Your
and my
mom.
father. My mother's family was here in Missouri, and my parents married and went to live in Tennessee, and then that's where I was born. Well, that story is different than that. My parents married. My dad went into the Army during Vietnam, and they moved around because of that. She ended up staying in Tennessee with her in-laws, my dad's parents, while he was in the service. And then when he got out, they eventually decided to move here where her family was. So that's how I ended up in Missouri. So there.
So I guess somebody said that Bear had something happen to him, and now somebody's like he was just resting.
Oh, I really don't know. I
don't know where that started.
I don't know. A lot of people have been asking about Bear Independent, and apparently everyone's saying he's fine. I have no idea. I saw a video. I thought it was yesterday's video, but maybe it was the day before.
Thank you.
Yeah, Moose Run Coffee says he's doing fine. I think he is. No one has contacted. I mean, I'm not like direct line, but I mean, if something happened to him, I know enough people that I would think they would be getting in contact. If like something was serious, maybe he's just tired, or who knows. I mean, a lot of you, and I'm going to speak up for him and for any of the other Prepared Homestead YouTube channels. You have to understand, we live lives other than just making videos. We're doing things, and we're taking care of our homesteads. Some people have jobs, but we're doing things, and sometimes we get hurt. I fell off. I didn't say anything to you guys this week. I hit it, but
you're gonna tell them.
I'll tell them. I fell off the porch this week. Our porch is almost 3 foot off the ground.
It was cold and
It
slick.
was cold and rainy, and it was kind of that rainy, sleety, drizzly thing. And I was walking up, and I had an armload of wood, and it's wood porch, and it's wet and a little muddy because it's been muddy out. And my feet went out from underneath me, and I fell all the way down to the ground. Praise the Lord, it wasn't too bad because it could have been really bad. I landed on the bottom step going up. I landed with the corner of that step right in the back of my back. And let me tell you, it hurt. So we injure ourselves. We get sick. There's been many times I've made videos that I have not felt good, that I've probably been sick, and I just hide it. But if there was anything serious, going on with Bear, and it was something that I could talk about, I would. But I don't know. I think he's fine. Yeah, and he doesn't post on Saturday. He's like me. He doesn't post on Saturdays, and I know you're saying, you're doing a video on Saturdays. For us, religiously, our Saturday is from Friday at sunset to Saturday at sunset.
We got Joe, Pastor Joe.
Oh, is Pastor Joe in the house? Bear is fine.
Whoever
See, we have
repent.
another celebrity. We have another celebrity in the house.
I agree with that.
Pastor
like
Joe
spreading
Fox
rumors about people.
Yeah, Bear is
regardless
fine.
of how you feel about people, you shouldn't be doing that.
And if anyone knows, it's going to be Pastor Joe. And like I said, I think he, even before he said that, as far as I know, he was fine, and Pastor Joe is confirming he's fine.
Thank you.
So I don't even know why everyone's asking. I don't know.
Well, okay, the slip and fall would have made a funny short. It wasn't funny at the time.
It was not funny at the time.
No.
That hurt bad. I mean, it hurt.
You got yourself in the kidney.
Oh, man. I was hobbling around. You know what? Especially you guys. You get hurt, and you're like, and you don't want anyone to talk to you, and the kids come running out because they heard me, and they're asking all these questions. I'm like, just leave me alone. I feel like I'm dying right now. I just fell off the porch. But yeah, that stuff happens. I have been really sore this week, but I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Don't go spreading rumors about me too. Thank you for stopping in here, Pastor Joe. I do want to say that. It's an honor to have you stop by and say hello. We've been talking about all this crazy stuff with shooting down alien ships and everything. And I'm saying that kind of jokingly. because we don't know.
It's kind of crazy, though. Like, you could probably make a joke, and
Yeah.
it could be the most outlandish thing, and it's probably going on right now, or it
Right.
could sound
And
realistic.
I want to make it clear that I'm not saying they're aliens. I'm saying that the government could say that. The government could easily say, "Well, we got aliens," because it's just weird how they're saying it. Could it be China, Russia? Could it be nothing, and they've just made it all up? Yep, absolutely. Wouldn't put it past them. Whatever is going on, it doesn't matter other than something's going on, and we need to get serious. We need to kind of start getting your plans in motion, folks. That's what I would recommend. Get your plans, start getting them in motion, whatever they are. Whether it's, I'm not saying you should.
Don't panic, right?
Yeah, don't panic, and I'm not saying bug out. And, because if that's your plan, if you live in the city and you're like, I gotta bug out, I'm not saying bug out. I'm saying start going over that.
And never ever operate from a place of fear.
No,
like
never.
Don't make decisions when you're terrified. Like, stay calm.
Are you keeping your gas tank, your vehicle topped off? Don't let it go below a quarter, half. Something like that. Do you have an extra can of gasoline that you keep? Is it filled up? Is your water containers, are they filled? Could you go to the store and buy a little bit more food? Could you, pick up some extra ammunition? Are the magazines of your weapons, are they loaded, ready to go? Have you just gone over your route of where you're going to have to, evacuate to? Do you need to, is it to the point that you're...
Someone thought you said thug out.
Thug out? No, bug out. Bug out.
I'm sorry, I saw
is it
that.
to the point that you start putting your gear at the front door, to get it ready to load? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm saying I think we're getting into that area, definitely, that you start visiting your plan and what do you need to be doing.
And at what point for you, where is your threshold?
Right. We're right now we're trying not to go too far from home. We go to the store if we need to, and that's it. We're making sure that the vehicles, which is something I do anyways, but I'm being more aggressive in making sure that the vehicles stay filled up, making sure gas cans filled up, that kind of stuff. So I know that Jesus, Yeshua, is my Savior. I don't need to be schooled, but we are commanded. The Sabbath is a command.
But we're not trying to argue that.
No, I'm not trying to argue that.
And we don't think that we're better.
Yeah.
Or anything like that.
No,
so calm down, everybody.
I know. Pastor Joe, I'm not saying it's aliens. It's aliens, yes. Well,
it's leans. Or leans.
Yeah.
Leans.
That's just the way that they are spinning this. It's crazy. I mean, how can anyone not see all of this stuff that they're doing and not, see through it, that there's definitely there's something going on, and they're trying to distract us, or they're trying to get our feel on how we react to it. Obviously something, which,
Bruce Frazier's here too.
Oh, Bruce Frazier. Awesome, buddy.
Say hi.
Hello, how are you doing? Shalom, Bruce. Crawford777 says, crazy times we are living in. Most of us didn't see CV-19 coming until it was here and affecting us all. Gotta be ready. Love the channel. Thank you for all you do. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you're right. We've already, everyone has kind of gotten caught off guard a time or two over the last few years. Let's not let this one catch us off guard. Again, like I said at the beginning of this broadcast, I'm not saying go sell everything and go crawl in your bunkers. That's not it. Just be a little bit more ready, okay? Because we've had two things happen in the last 2 days. The thing happened last Saturday.
Your screen froze at some point.
Oh, the screen froze. All the other stuff that's happened over the last few weeks. The smart, wise thing to do is to just be a little bit more ready than normal. Don't let things catch you off guard. All right. Do you have any... I've done almost all the talking this time. I'm sure there's going to be people that's complain. And sometimes she does more talking, but I apologize if I talked way too much and didn't let my wife speak. But trust me, she knows that she can speak anytime she wants to.
I don't know. I sometimes don't always know what to say. And
Yeah.
I'm not as comfortable in front of the camera as you.
And this is some
This is
bigger
heavy.
stuff. Yeah, this is crazy stuff.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to guess, like, what we should say. Right now, I think I mean, there's always this idea that there's been, this conditioning sort of over time to test, gauge, and then test the reactions of people and then go from there and hone the craft or the skill or whatever. And
Yeah.
I think at this point, like, so many things have happened that that it's up to, I mean, it's anybody's guess,
Right.
really, at this point.
Yep. That's what I
So
said.
kind of just be ready for it, anything, for like any of the things, like anything that could happen.
Is Sister Kate in the house too? Oh, no. It's not. Okay, I see what Ma Barrett, Viking Preparedness. Yes, Pastor Joe's in here. Viking Preparedness. I mean, he's kind of the godfather of YouTube preppers. Kinda. He's a really amazing guy too. If you don't know who Pastor Joe is and Viking Preparedness, he's an amazing man. He really is. I have a lot of respect for him, and he puts out some really good content. So, anyways, I think we're gonna wrap this up. We're at past the hour mark, and like I said earlier, I have a touch of a headache, so kind of pushed through it. But I think I'm done talking. But we do love all of you. You guys are amazing.
I'm glad you pushed through it.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy, but I mean, you've been resting today,
Yeah.
but man, the whole week with the fall and then all the stuff that's happened, and you stayed on top of it.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
it's been a busy week.
I don't know. It doesn't surprise me that your head would hurt.
Yeah. Folks, seriously, get ready, get your houses in order, revisit your plans, stock up, top things off, knock the dust off of things, get ready, okay? It's highly unlikely that there's all of this stuff going on for no reason whatsoever. So, just keep on your toes, folks, and don't allow them to get to you, because I think that's what they do. Hey,
real quick before you read that one, just can you ask people to pray?
Yes, someone let's pray for Mitch tonight, guys. Put him in your prayer request. His dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Absolutely, we'll pray. And then Jason Casper, thank you so much. It's impossible to know what's true. Not sure how people keep their wits about them without faith. Absolutely, absolutely. You're so correct. At times like this, you have to lean on what you believe, and lean on, for us, it's Yeshua, the Bible, God the Father, and the truths and the promises that we believe, and because in the end we don't really know what all
right.
is
There's
going
a
on.
faith that no matter what happens, we're where we're supposed to be.
Right.
That
that we were for such a time as this.
Right.
We are here for such a time as this.
And that no matter what happens, even in the face of adversaries or death, we are where we're supposed to be. Like he's not to fear, right? It's in Scripture all over. Do not fear. Do not fear.
People say all the time, "Oh, preppers, they're just a bunch of fearful, scaredy cat, fraidy people." No, that's not it at all. It's actually the opposite. Most of us live this life because we're not afraid. We know that we have to get prepared for it. So many people that that don't prep, they want to keep their head in the sand. They want to ignore things, and so we just keep pushing forward, folks. We are living in some precarious times for sure.
So someone asked just a minute ago what I do in a day. I can sum that up real fast. I take care of children.
Yeah, homeschool.
Teach them, and I cook, and I take care of animals.
Yeah, she helps with animals, and she helps with me. She's my extra pair of arms and back when I need a strong person.
Yeah, or
move something heavy, she'll come out and help.
Yeah, and occasionally, very occasionally, I'll help you with like camera stuff.
Yeah, she was helping me.
And like I said in the beginning, sometimes I used to help him with emails more, and I promise I'll try to help better this time.
She's busy too. She's teaching 3 children in the house, and then she also does things in our community, our tribe. So she's busy with that. She's busy coordinating and that kind of stuff.
And we have lots of animals. Yeah. So I coordinate the children who help a lot with the animals.
Right.
And
Yep. She's the neck that turns the head. Is that?
no,
I
don't like that.
No, you don't
I don't
like
like
that.
that.
I don't.
No.
All right, folks. I think we're gonna
I'm
get
your
off here.
rib, right?
Oh,
Like,
that's right.
that's
Yeah, she's my right hand person, right hand woman. All right, folks. Thank you so much, Bear Independent. My goodness, we've had 3 big celebrity names.
He says
that I
he's
know.
super not dead.
He's
I'm
super
so
not
glad.
dead.
I'm so glad. I
Everyone-
was like
hey,
really worried for a minute.
yeah.
Like, what is going on? Did we
Everyone
not
was
know about
asking me, and I'm
this?
like,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know what everyone was talking about. I almost wanted to jump on my phone and start looking. I was kind of worried. I'm
Thank
like,
you
did something
for-
happen to Bear?
For letting us know.
Thank you, Bear. And there you have it, folks.
We're
Bear
not-
Independent is in the house saying that he's totally fine. Okay? He's not dead. Okay? The aliens that the government shot down did not take Bear away.
This
Okay?
is crazy that anybody would start a rumor like that.
Right.
You
So,
guys.
yeah, you know, we at least now we know that's probably why they shot him down over Alaska and Canada today, because apparently they were coming to abduct Bear Independent. But he's okay. He's not dead. Well, thank you for jumping in at the end. We're getting off of here. And Magic Prepper, Bear Independent, Pastor Joe Fox from
That was
Viking
all
Preparedness.
unplanned.
Yeah, it was
And then
totally
Moose
unplanned.
Run
Oh, yeah, Moose Run Coffee, which is our good friends that make amazing coffee. And
and our friend Bruce. He
yeah,
came in.
Bruce is in here, and lots of other amazing people. I'm very honored that you all
I
stopped
think
in and
Terry
said hi.
was supposed to be here,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen any names.
So someone's saying Fox News on now, so I guess maybe we're supposed to
Yeah,
watch
let's
Fox
not
News.
add to the crazy. Thank you.
All right.
I
I'm getting
agree
off
with
here. Folks, thank you all, and bless you all, and shalom, and get your house in order.
Really, keep
Really.
the peace.
Yeah, keep the peace, but get your houses
Yeah,
in
yeah.
order. Seriously.
Because if your house is in order, there is more peace that
Yes.
comes, I think, with that.
And it's not a slogan, it's the real deal. Get your houses in order and prepare mentally, physically, and spiritually, because the world is changing pretty rapidly right now, and we don't know where this is all going to take us. Folks, thank you for watching. It's a blessing and an honor to
and
know
thank you,
so
gentlemen,
many
for
of you.
coming in
And
and
thank
like
you,
the
yes.
3 of you that were coming in and clearing that up.
Thank you for stopping by. It was a true honor for you to stop by. You folks have a good evening now. We'll catch you in the next video.